In Mexico, the REDD Plus national strategy encompasses a set of strategic lines that promote simultaneously climate change mitigation and adaptation actions, through an integral land management that fosters a low-carbon path to sustainable rural development. The REDD Plus readiness phase focused on the development of institutional capacities, the implementation of activities in REDD Plus early action areas, as well as on the participatory construction of the REDD Plus national strategy, in REDD Plus, including consultation and information sharing activities. This process established a national benchmark for citizens' participation and consultation processes, especially for the ones involving indigenous people and communities. These efforts allowed Mexico to comply with the 4 REDD Plus pillars. The image shows how in rural areas different sectors converge as they are in charge of diverse productive activities. Hence, in the REDD Plus implementation phase, the country is working on strengthening the intersectoral coordination and participation. For this purpose, there are several participation and consultation platforms, both at the national and the subnational level, in which the society and the government work together towards policy alignment and the generation of agreements for REDD Plus implementation, as well as for respecting social and environmental safeguards. With regard to safeguards in Mexico, since 2018 the legal framework recognizes the safeguards criteria and principles established by the General Law for Sustainable Forest Development. Thus, the Mexican government has specifically acknowledged the importance of safeguards. It has also stated concrete steps to guarantee that safeguards are effectively addressed, and to prove compliance with these through the Safeguards Information System, which is based on the National Safeguards System. It is worth noting that Mexico's Safeguards Information System is the first system of this kind that is operational across the world. The Safeguards Information System includes data on how REDD Plus safeguards have been addressed and respected at the national and subnational levels. For that purpose, the states develop their state safeguards plans that establish coordination mechanism related to complying with the safeguards during the implementation of REDD Plus activities. These state safeguards plans were developed in a participatory and joint effort of the state governments and the civil society, as shown in phases 2 and 3 in the figure. The plans identify the existing legal, institutional and compliance framework and propose actions lines to strengthen the measures to address and respect the safeguards. It is important to point out that in December 2017 the country published its first summary of safeguards information, which reports on how safeguards have been addressed and respected at the national level. Some key lessons learned from the mentioned processes are: in order to develop and provide continuity for the participatory processes in Mexico at the national, subnational, state and local levels, significant efforts and resources are required. The work conducted set a precedent on the design and implementation of consultations with ejidos, indigenous communities and the civil society. Strengthening the governance is essential, as well as promoting a collaborative work, and engaging and interacting with diverse stakeholders on REDD Plus issues, including participation mechanisms and decision-making at different levels of government. The importance of a coordination between the different levels of government has been emphasized, along with the need to move towards decision-making processes that involve the society and are in line with national, subnational and local needs. The safeguards interpretation process allowed the country to define the scope of the Safeguards Information System, including aspects relevant for the report of information at the national and state levels. To know more about Mexico's experience on REDD Plus and safeguards, visit the following websites: www.gob.mx weblink, www.cis.cnf.gov.mx weblink, www.inred.gov.mx, or contact the team by email.